Hey everybody, welcome to Breakfast All Day. Christy, Alonso. Sadly, the guys who know about cars are not here, but this really isn't a movie about cars. It's about dying and crying. The art of racing in the rain.
It's about driving, and driving as a metaphor for life. Because are you aware that your car will go where your eyes go? And so if you look toward the wall, you're going to crash into the wall. But if you keep your eyes straight on the road ahead of you, you're going to be okay. It's a metaphor.
That is so heavy, man.
It is so deep. So this is based on a novel of the same name, and I suspect that probably the running conceit of having the dog narrate the whole thing works a lot better on the page than it does having the avuncular grumble of Kevin Costner as Enzo, the adorable golden retriever.
It would have to.
It has to, because there's this stuff that he says that just made me cringe in my seat. I'm like, oh my god! The poetry is so florid.
Yeah, this is a tone deaf movie, and I'm a stickler about narration. I'm like, either use it right or don't use it at all. And this movie is wall to wall narration. Like, there's not a single scene that is not narrated by the frickin' dog, who is often telling us things we already know or underscoring things we could have figured out. But just generally, it's like, oh my God, shut up, Kevin Costner. It was so annoying. Then the other thing this movie does that drives me up the wall, which is like, let's kill off a character for no other reason than to make the audience cry. Like, it's so shameless and lazy and melodramatic, and they do it twice here, I would argue. And then once the death is done, we segue right into a custody battle because this movie wasn't soapy enough. This was an unbearable experience.
There's a plot. So Milo Ventimiglia is this up-and-coming race car driver.
Yes.
And on his way home from a race, he sees a sign for puppies and goes to, he feels,
Daisy Hill Puppy Farm.
He feels adopt, don't shop, but he feels compelled to go and like pull off to the side of the road and get one of these adorable puppies. And there's one that comes right up to him, and it was meant to be. And he takes the dog home. He names it Enzo after Enzo Ferrari. And it's his constant companion, and they're best friends until he meets Amanda Seyfried, who becomes his girlfriend, and then his wife, and then the mother of his child. And so the dog is along for the whole ride, and as Alonso said, narrating every goddamn thing. Whatever happens, the dog has something to say about it. And it ranges from, you're right, like the absolutely obvious, like, telling us what we're seeing on screen to wildly philosophical, intellectual stuff that a dog shouldn't know, and that's the point of that. That's like the idea of this motif.
Yeah, the dog does not talk about like the joy of licking its own balls or anything.
It's not like, ooh, squirrel. But along those lines, if the dog knows everything, the dog should know that the stuffed zebra is just a stuffed zebra.
Good point.
The dog has this beef with the stuffed zebra that the daughter gets, and like truly believes that the zebra is there to usurp his empire.
Yeah, it becomes his nemesis.
Yes, and I'm like, wait, if the dog is so smart and knows so much about life and the world, it should know that this is a toy. But the cloying anthropomorphism throughout, and the cutaways to the dog reacting in the most adorable ways at every moment.
And the hilarious violent diarrhea scene.
Oh, yeah.
Where the dog punishes the mean father-in-law played by Martin Donovan.
Yeah. The dog knows exactly what to eat and then where to poop to get his revenge. So stuff like that. Yeah, I brought Nick with me to this, and I thought, oh, it's a talking dog movie. He'll enjoy it, whatever, and he hated it too. And
it is very much that post-Marley and Me thing of like, here's the ads with the adorable dog. You know that dog's going to die. Like it's that's not even a spoiler. Don't come at me. You find out in the first 2 minutes. The rest of the movie is an extended flashback for the most part. So, yeah, it just... this is the third narrating dog movie we've had this year.
You have all those A Dog's Journey movies, right? And A Dog's Way Home, and A Dog's Purpose, maybe? Right.
There was the Dog's Purpose sequel, and then there was Dog's Way Home, which was from the same author but not connected to the other movies. And now this one, it's like, tell the dogs to be quiet.
At least, this at least does not have the incessantly perky Bryce Dallas Howard style narration that we got in one of those A Dog's Purpose movies. We're like, I just love being a dog. It's quite the opposite, and that's the joke. That's the bit, is that we know a dog shouldn't be this smart and insightful.
He's an old soul,
Even as a
which sets us up for like one of the dumbest endings ever that I'm not going to give away, but whoo.
Yeah, this is never ever as profound as it seems to think it is. And, Amanda Seyfried is always lovely. I always enjoy seeing her. She's got an intriguing presence about her.
Yeah, no, she's fine. She does what she can with this. Milo Ventimiglia is in full on let's have family tragedy mode from his day job. Kathy Baker. It's like they hired good people. They got a paycheck out of this thing, but it's just.
But even people like Martin Donovan and Kathy Baker can only do so much with the one-note rules that they're given as Amanda Seyfried's wealthy and disapproving parents.
And just for the record, I love dogs.
Right.
Dogs are great.
There's a dog here right now watching us do our podcast and silently judging us.
We're having a lovely time with Sabrina Atchity, but boy, this movie is garbage. You know what? I'm changing my number. I was
Please
too
do.
kind.
What is your number now?
I'm going to say it's a 2.
Okay.
That's what you gave The Kitchen. I'm going to give it a 2.
For the sake of math, I'll also say 2. Let's say 2.
Fine.
And so our number is a 2. It's at 48%. Who are you people who are going easy on this film?
How sappy are you? As Robert Abley said in his review in TheWrap, it's like the box checkingest movie ever in terms of just like hitting all the emotional beats that it's gonna, and it's just boo. Bad dog. Bad. So yeah, don't bother. Thanks for watching this, however, and please give us a like on this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and visit us on Breakfast at BeFast All Day on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and go check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/BeFastAllDay. We talk about trailers and movie news. We do TV recaps, and really, we like dogs, just not this film. So thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.